What say YouTube addictive junkies? What are we doing today? We're going to do frets on this Harmony Hollywood guitar. And I mean do them all. Level, re-radius, crown, polish, and polish and polish and polish and polish. And this video might turn into 2 videos. I don't know. That's what we're doing today. So let's do it. Now I know you already seen me put linseed on it and polish the frets with this semi-chrome and all that. But I talked to the owner. I was telling you about these little, I'll get the camera and bring you over here. I'll put the macro lens on and I'll show you. These frets has got grooves in them that run, you know, the way the strings run. And if you bend the string up over that, I would think you'd feel that. Yeah, some of them's really bad. Some of them doesn't even have it at all. Let me just get the camera and put the macro lens on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Got on the old macro lens and it is a powerful lens. It's hard to hold still. But see this fret and the one closest to you. I'll hold my hand up there and try to block some of the light out. Maybe you can see it better. I can't feel those with my fingernails, but you can sure see them. And you'd think when you bend a string up over that, it would make all kinds of noise. I can move on down a couple more frets so you can still see. I'm getting down about the end of the fretboard right now, but they're like that all the way up the fretboard. I can never get it to come in on camera, I don't think. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe you are going to get to see it. Hopefully you can see that. How rough those frets are. Like I say, I can't feel it with my fingernail, but it's there. And we're going to do everything to it. Hold on. First thing we got to do is determine the radius of the fretboard. That's probably one of these. I don't know. I see quite a bit of radius in it. Not a lot, but I like to just hold these up here. I hope you can see. Here's what I got. It's marked the different radius. You can make these easy enough. Alright, let's start with 15. I like to hold them up here, make it dark in there with my hand, and then shine a light at the very base of this thing. It ain't 15. Try 14. No, I see the light getting through. What is that? 20. I don't know if I tried that. Oh yeah, a lot of light getting through there. 16. I believe that's it. Yeah. Let me try it up here. That's what it is. 16-inch radius. So, I need to get a 16-inch radius block. And you know, I went over this with a fret rocker. And I went down across and went down every single fret. And I couldn't find any flat ones. So I'm going to start, rather than leveling them all. Maybe I can save a step here. Maybe I'm going to make a terrible mistake. But I'm going to color all the frets blue. And I'm going to take a 16-inch radius block and go over that. Got to knock the nut out. And just see where that block touches each fret. You know what I mean? It'll knock off the blue. And if it's knocking it all off across all the frets, then I can make sure they're level that way. So let me get a radius block and bring you back. See, let me show you what I'm talking about. I got to get a blue marker out here because I can see blue. But no other color will work. It's got to be blue. And no other color works better than blue for me. Well, I'm going to knock a nut out first. Getting ahead of myself here. I'll just lay a rag over it, take a block of wood and lay up against the nut. Make sure I ain't up against the fret. And give it a good tap. I felt it. I think. Yeah, there it goes. All the way down the floor. Wow. And I'll put that over here in the parts box for this guitar. Now, normally you would level these all, but because they're not worn really hardly at all, it's just got those funky marks in it. I'm just going to color them blue, just like so, and then go over them a couple of times, very lightly with the radius block. We know it's a 16-inch radius, and we want to see where that block touches the frets. Exactly where it touches. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready to do that. I'll come back and get those frets in a minute. And then I'll bring you back and show you what I'm talking about. Well, you probably can't see it, but the frets are very much blue right now. And I got a 16-inch radius block here. It's got 650 grit sandpaper on it. And I want to put this just about the center of the neck. Now I'm going to have to leave it up here a little bit. Hang on to the guitar. And here's what I'm talking about. This is going to show us if we have any high frets or low ones, or exactly what the deal is. Looks like we're touching every single fret, every one of them, down to these last two. It's hitting only in the center of the two. The two outsides are still blue. So that works. That's good, man. We know the frets are all level. It's taking the same amount just right off the top of them, except these last two frets down here, they're still blue on each side. Only removed a little tiny place in the center of them, but you're probably never going to play down there anyway. I doubt you could even reach that to play it there. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go over it again with that, one more time with that sanding block. Then I got all these strips of sandpaper out here. We're going to start and go through each one. God, I was telling the owner of this guitar how much I hate doing frets because I do them every day. It's just about. But I guess that's how you get good at it. Hold on. I've talked about this a bunch of times before. Figured it'd be a good time to mention it right now. These files are diamond grit files. They are very, very expensive files. Now, if you order these, I ordered a medium, and it's way too big for most guitars. It's way too big for this one. And I had to order another one so I could send it back, but I kept it and ordered a couple more, in fact. They're large, must be for putting crowns on bridge cables, you know, these big, like the Golden Gate Bridge. Anyways, I'm going to use the narrow one on here. They're very nice and they're very fast files, but they're very expensive. See, you have like a file here that's 150 grit right there, and then you have 300 grit right here. So you're getting two files in one. I'm going to start with the 150. Wow, if I can get the handle on it. Never was that hard to get on before. Let me zoom you in just a wee bit here. I'm not going to hold you up for much of this or make you stay too long, because this is really boring work, man. I guess it's maybe why I love it so much. I don't know. You go over all the frets with 150 grit and pop it out, turn it over, go over them all with 300 grit. Then I go with 800 grit sandpaper, 1000 grit, 1200 grit, 1500 grit, up to 2000 grit, and then comes the polish. Half-inch semi-chrome polish is the best stuff I have ever used to polish frets with. After you get through your sandpaper, I got to color each blue again. Almost forgot. I got to start talking. Wow, I'm just going to shut you down, man, because I know you don't want to watch me color frets blue again. And that way, when I crown, the idea is to leave the ever so lightly minute line across the very top of each fret. That way we're assured we have kept our flatness, and the fret lasts longer. If you leave a little tiny flat spot on the top of it, it'll last longer, as opposed to a fret that's pointed, you know, like that, like a razor blade. It's going to wear out a lot faster. So that little flat place on there is good. I'm going to paint these and I'll bring you back. Let's do it! Alright, we're colored blue again. Now, like I say, you want to watch this very close. Especially the very last time that you do this. That's already crowned. See that fast. These files are, like I said, they're expensive, but good Lord, man, you get the job done in a hurry. I can tell this is a very soft fret wire in this guitar. I can tell that. Here we go. You know, I probably won't even show this whole thing on here. I've got so many videos of me doing frets and explaining all this stuff. So probably what I'll do is go all the way down with this file, flop it over, go all the way down again, and just quit. Because I have a Gibson Melody Maker over there. Guy's going to pick it up tomorrow. I got to have it ready for him. I'm going to stick a rag up under here and under here. Maybe the guitar won't rock so much. Get that a little bit more. Whoa, easy. See all these guys that take the fretboards up. I never did do that. I figure if I mess the fretboard up that bad, I can fix it. And they'll never know there was a mistake. I have done it before, take the fretboards up, but I don't know, to me that's just a lot of extra time and work. And time, my friends, as we all know, is moolah. So how you cats doing? What's been going on in your worlds? You looking at what goes on in mine. Man, I live, eat, and breathe this stuff when I can. I still got a bunch of work to do. Fret work is one of them on my Martin guitar. I'd like to show you all that old Melody Maker over there. Wow, that's a cool old guitar. 1962, I'm told. And it don't look very bad to be that old. It's red. Well, it's kind of like a maroon, I guess. Would be a closer figure color. Anyways, I'm not going to hold you here. I might get you and show you the blue line I'm talking about after I work my way down here. I'm not applying any pressure down. I'm not bending anything, or, you know, that little blue line, like I said, keep that. And you can be assured that all the frets are completely level, you know, with each other. A lot of you guys have been asking me about notched straight edges, why I don't use them. And it's probably going to piss some people off, but I'm going to tell you why I don't use them. As you know, they set between the frets on the wood, you know. You straighten your neck up, adjust the truss rod. I don't care how straight or crooked the wood is. Well, I mean, I do to a degree. It's got to be straight, but it's the frets, man, that count. That's all I care about, being level. And I can do that with a little cheap level like this. That's all, you know. I mean, that works for me, man. It has worked for me for 30-some years. These notched ones, you got to have different ones for different scale lengths because the frets are different widths apart from each other. And like I say, I don't care how level the wood is. I care how level the frets are. And I can be more specific with just a regular straight edge. Not one of those notch things that you got to pay an arm and a leg and a left nut and part of an eyeball for. That's why I don't use them. If they work for you, more power to you. Alright, I'll bring you back after I get through both of these. Or I might bring you back here in a minute and show you the blue line. You want to see the blue line? Hold on. Woo! The boogity ball. You having fun yet? It's cold in here. Maybe I'll get warmed up here in a minute. I've never turned the heat on in here yet. And it's cold in here tonight. I still got a sweep. See that little tiny blue line in the center? Now the next time that I go, let me get down here. Oh, it's hard to see with the light. Next time I go in with that finer file, I want that line to be less wide. Not as wide, rather. I think I'm seeing it in the camera. I don't know. Anyways, you catch my drift. And I was going to say, if you get these files and you think you want one that fits most guitars, don't get the medium. The medium's huge, man. I can't use it on this guitar. In fact, I told you I'm using the narrow one. I ordered the medium one and it was way too big for anything that I had or need for. So rather than sending it back, I kept it and ordered this one and a large one. So, you know, just be aware of that. They're way bigger than medium. If you order a medium, you can do bass necks with it. So I'm going to pop this out now and go to 300 grit. Make sure that says 300, and yes it does. I got to sweep here, get this dust off of here. And then lay into it again, marking blue. The whole same routine again. Going. Now you might notice these lines are a lot thinner now than the last time. When I went over them this time. Yeah, I think you can see that one there. Mostly. Way the lights, it's so hard to show this. Get down here on one. Yeah, I think you can see that. Very, very thin. Now, I don't know yet if I'm going to polish with sandpaper. I've got the sandpaper right there. I'm trying to look in the camera and look at what I'm pointing at. There's the sandpaper. There's 800 grit, 1000, 1200, 1500, and 2000. All ready to go. But like I say, I got to get that melody maker ready tonight because the guy's picking it up tomorrow. Probably it'll be in the morning, knowing him. So we'll see. Well, it's not cold in here anymore. I did work up a little bit with sweat with that crowning file. They're all crowned now, and I'm going to call it right here because I'll bring it back up there and get finished with them and show you the finished product. If you want to see this guitar again, we'll set it up and play it. And get that melody maker together tonight. It's up right now as soon as I turn the video off. Anyways, I'll bring you back, or I might just wait till tomorrow and do these and add it on the end of this video. Or maybe I'll make another video, just do it polishing. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Cheers to you.